Good morning. I don't know if you can see me, but I'm here with my tea for the new episode of Tea Time Conversation. I've not prepared this video as usual. It will be just a chat between friends. Today we will talk about the an experiment. I have to say an experiment. A failed experiment, I have to be honest. So, all started with this Twitter account. This Twitter account is Anchorage on News. It's a Twitter account that was managed by an artificial intelligence algorithm for a few days. The idea behind this Twitter account is quite simple. So, we have a scraper that scrapes all the trends in Twitter, for example here. So we have a scraper that reads here all the top trends on Twitter and then try to acknowledge itself about the newest trends found. So here, so the robot starts to scroll the Twitter web page to find information about the tweets, the trends. So the idea is then from these screens process this screen in order to understand what is about the newest trend. The code is here, but I will not post the code, the entire code, for the reason that I will say you in a minute. The system is based on Selenium. That is a system for automation in artificial in scraping and browser botting in particular. The project started with some interesting results. For example, one of these it is a curious bug on Google News found by the system, and it has started very well because the stuff have worked by, but the idea was to say, okay, you are here in this comment, let's say for example tweets and replies, but do you know what is about this trend topic? If no, here it is my link that explains you what is about this trend topic, and that then I say, okay, I'm a bot, as is written here. So it was a sort of fair operation, and here it is an auto hint, because the aim was not to cheat someone, but to test the potential of this new technique. And here it is our sponsor that makes this service possible. Well, This account has been banned, obviously, by the policy of Twitter, but it was an experiment of few days. Very interesting, I have to say. But I have to say that I was quite worried about this project because many tweets were focused on the true trend, but few tweets were unfocused on the trend. So in particular, because of the fact that I used Google News in order to find the information about the result, has happened that sometimes some research has gone wrong. So, for example, in some cases, there was an unexpected behavior of the algorithm. This unexpected behavior could be seen as a progress a work in progress state of the algorithm, but for a reader unaware of the focus of the project, it could seem something that deviates how to say, because it's a quite complex concept. It could create a bias in the reader. For this reason, probably, I don't know, Twitter hasn't said me, the account was banned for unethical spamming procedure. But the interesting events that the account was banned about October 8th, but about a week later, after the banning, there was an event that has changed my mind about this project. This was that the plot of kidnap the Michigan governor of the USA. Well, it was a striking news for me because some says that their intention in the criminal plot was moved by a tweet of the US president. And after this, there was a discussion about the responsibility of the publication and about the weight of words. So, in particular, the weight of what we are saying in the internet, in general. I think that it is a good argument for a tea-time conversation because just few times we stop ourselves to think what we are writing on internet. When I started the project of the machine series, I've started to think, what if someone could listen and read my words in a wrong way. So for this reason, from the first publication that we'll get here, that is the Rise of the Machine, the first publication of the account, gallery, the machine series. Here it is. I have started with a disclaimer. Some says that this disclaimer that are present in almost my writings are annoying, but they aren't, because I am saying, okay, this is just sci-fi news. Take as it is, just sci-fi. And to be honest, it was important for the series because it has a precise direction in this moment. The direction is okay. I'm making sci-fi, and I'm saying you that I'm making sci-fi. So you cannot think other things. But what if not? That's what I'm thinking about. What if I hadn't done this before? Personally, I don't know. Probably is the worst video ever, but it's quite interesting to think about this stuff. In particular, I will start this series of videos that I will call them tea time conversations, where I will discuss where I feel that when I feel that will be quite necessary, some hot topics for the series. And I think that this failed experiment it's one of them, because this failed experiment is just up to now because the account is banned. A failed experiment. I'm saying that I haven't used the developer account of Twitter, so there is no misuse. And I've also received a like, so the user has a user has liked my service, if we can call it like this. But what if, what about the wrong tweets? What is the responsibility in a world, for example, dominated by neural networks? It is a very complex um, question, but probably we will discuss about it later. See you, stay tuned.